Did you ever look at trig functions and you're like, what in the actual hell is this? We all have. But today, I'm just going to help you guys out with sinusoidal functions. I know, it sounds nerdy, but just trust me. You don't want to be the one who has 4 hours and 30 damn minutes on an IXL lesson. So, before we get into any equations, let's just review. Numbers A, B, and C, and D determine the characteristics of the graph. In other words, they have to mean something. A is the amplitude. Pretty simple. It's easy to memorize because A, amplitude, whatever. It is half the vertical distance from the graph's maximum to its minimum. So right over here, we have a distance from this part to this part, it's 2. But since it's half, we divide that by 2, so it's 1. D is the midline. It's the horizontal line that cuts the graph in half. This is kind of like a vertical intercept. Like if the graph was starting from here, and you see it here, it's going to be in between the middle. 2 pi over b is the period. It might seem kind of like, what the hell is this? But basically, whatever your b is, which is this part, like the peak to the next peak, you practically put 2 pi in the start, and you divide it by whatever you find over here. And since the pi cancels out, you're really just left with an actual fraction or a number. One thing that's a bit confusing that everyone gets wrong is phase shifts. It's too hard, to find a phase shift. Make a normal graph. All of this kind of looks confusing, but in purple, here is our trig function we solve, right? The one in blue is the trig function without the phase shift. You could tell this part is in here. It's not like you have a peak here, then this is here. It's right here touching the axis, the y-axis. And basically, you draw it by hand, kind of. It takes time, I know, it's painful. And from this part to the purple part, so 2 waves, you find the distance, which is 2 pi. And then in your equation, you kind of have to plug in the 2 pi. So here's dividing by 3, plug in the 2 pi, do the math, get 4 pi divided by 3. So yeah, instead of negative, it would be positive. So basically, negative is left, positive is right. So let's give it a try. Here we have a mini trig function. Look at how tiny it is. Over here, we have 2.5. Over here, we have 3.5. The distance is 1. Since we divided by half, it's 1/2. So we put in 1/2 sine. There you go. We got the amplitude part. That's all. Just leave it. Next, we have to find out the distance, our period. So you could pick any 2 peaks, but they just have to be close to one another. So let me choose this one and this one. Since it's kind of offset by 1, just you could move it back. It's easier to find. The distance from these 2 is just pi. As you can see, it's 2, then it goes to 1. Over here, the formula is 2 pi. And then here is our b. It's always going to have to be positive because, it's positive. It's just a distance. You're not going to have negative distance. So you would take 2 pi divided by 1 pi. Pi's cancel out. You're left with 2. The answer is 2. You put in 2x and you leave it. You're good. The midline is -3. It's in between the wave. So you put -3. There isn't a phase shift because it starts perfectly here. And that's all you do. Okay, let's try this one. We have another small one, I guess. Practically, it's 1/2 because our amplitude is 1/2. The distance is 1, so we divide it by 2. Our D, the midline, is -3, so we could just put -3. We're trying to find a period now. It's this part and this part. We could move it if we want to. So here dot and here a dot. 2 pi is our period. And then you take that 2 pi, you put it underneath. So 2 divided by 2, the pi's cancel out. You're left with 1. So our period is just x. You could put 1x, but x is more proper. Now we have a phase shift. Our normal function goes from here, then it goes up, then it goes down here. Okay, so here's my very detailed drawing of a function. We have to find between this peak and this peak, which is pi. And since it's just x, we do minus pi. There's nothing to divide, there's nothing to distribute. It's just x minus pi. Okay, now we have this one. This one looks scary, but there's no phase shift because you could literally see from this point, you have a function that doesn't have a phase shift because the peak isn't like here or here. It's just like an actual function. Okay, so let's do this. So the first thing we need is the amplitude, right? The distance is 4. Divide that by 2, you get 2 sine. Next thing we have to do is find the D, the midline, which is 0. We could put plus 0, but we don't have to. Now we got to find our period. It's this part and this part. We find the distance. Let's just move it back so it's easier. It's practically pi half. Now, here's where people get confused. You always put the 2 in the front, and then whatever your B was, you plug it in. It always has to be positive. So here it's kind of how it looks like. We plug in our B, which equals pi half. And then 2 pi divided by pi over half is, you guessed it, 4. The pi's cancel out. You're left with 2 divided by 1/2. And 2 divided by 1/2 is 4. So our period is 4x. Pretty easy. Now we're done. There's no phase shift. There's no midline. We're good to go. Okay, I'll give you one more example. We have another function here. The distance from here to here is 1. We got to do 1 divided by 2. That's 1/2. So 1/2 sine. Now we find the period from here to here. We could move it back just so it's easier. The period is 2 pi. It's 2 divided by whatever our period is. That's a better way to rephrase it. So it's 2 divided by whatever our period is. In this case, it's 2 pi divided by 2 pi. Pi's cancel out. You're left with 1. Just x. Now, we do have a phase shift. And this is where everyone gets it wrong. But to be fair, it's just a normal sine x graph. That's where everyone overthinks it. It's just a normal sine x graph. So you would graph a normal sine x graph just in this amplitude. So it's a normal sine x graph, but with whatever amplitude you got. In this case, 1/2. The distance between the 2 peaks is pi. We don't have to plug anything in or distribute. We just have to put negative pi. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and liking. It really helps the channel out. Thank you.